Hi, my name is LaVon Koerner. I'm CEO and co-founder of Revenue Storm. Thank you for watching this video. We're going to deal with the role, or should I say, the real role of an executive in a strategic account. Remember this, that we have strategic accounts so that not only are they strategic to us, but that we can become strategic to them. And if that's true, there's no way that we can become strategic to an account without the involvement of our executives. But when we bring them into our accounts, there is the opportunity for them to do as much damage as they do good. They could harm as much as they could help. And so let's talk about that for just a second. Imagine, if you will, your strategic accounts. If you look down here at the bottom, I want you to see that that's operations. This is important because the account is divided into separate buying zones. And life is very different at each buying zone. The second one up is the area that we would call functional managers. It's into this area that constitutes somewhere between 60 and 70% of all of a strategic account manager's time. We don't believe that's the way it should be, but that's the way that it often is. The third one up is the area of what we would call senior executives, maybe the presidents of an SBU or an executive vice president. All the way to the top is where the CXOs hang out. If we draw a circle at the bottom, that's where too much time is spent. Often the number one problem of a SAM is they have over-identified with too few people too low in the customer's account. If we go up to the sweet spot where strategic accounts are made and protected, where you can build competitive immunity, that's the domain of where we want your executives to work. Now, as we go in there, you should know this about your account, that in every account, people get hired, and they get promoted here, 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 and they get promoted. Finally, they get up here in this sweet spot. And when they get there, a whole new rule takes over. It's now either up or out. You get passed over once at that level, and everybody in the account knows your history. You've topped out. Where do presidents of small companies come from? Executives that have been passed over once at this level. And because of that, the internal competitive intensity is at its highest at this level. And because of that internal competitive intensity, this becomes the political heart of the company. It is here where power struggles and power plays are birthed. And if an executive unknowingly about the political landscape and begins to build a friendship with an individual on the wrong side of a power struggle, or worse yet, gets sucked into a power play, they could go down with the sinking ship and never know what hurt them. But just as much as the damage is real and the danger is real, so is the help. If you align correctly at this level, you will have privileged treatment and you'll have privileged sponsorship to all areas within the account. When we get together in the session, our job is going to show you exactly how to navigate that terrain and what messages should you give, and more importantly, what messages should you never give. The wrong message by an executive can destroy years of work by a strategic account manager. It's absolutely important that you understand the real role of an executive in your accounts. Looking forward to seeing you in this session.